Hey everyone, it's Tech here. We're going back into Fallout 76 today. Just going to be talking with you guys while we go and take care of some of the challenges um, for today. Just want to talk a bit about Fallout 76 post-launch, and November was pretty much like the disaster situation there. How did I miss that? So we had, this is what I'm playing, third person for gun games. So November was kind of a disaster. It was getting really bad PR. I mean, it did carry over into December. Sadly, I know there's Nyan bags, YouTuber stuff, just the whole 9 yards when it comes to criticism on this game. But for me in particular, that's kind of stuck by this game. The one thing that I've noticed, and people have actually asked me about, beforehand, and I was like, oh no, it's not going to happen, and it seems to be happening. In December, and that is the abandonment sign, like kind of this game, and not in the sense of Bethesda, because Bethesda, they're chugging along. We'll get more into that and exactly how they're doing so, especially with this atomic shop here. So if we just take a look here, we see like we had the limited one-day things for $8. We have these little trees for $12 for 3 hours, next 3 hours. We got like 8 days left on the holiday stuff. The emotes is what bothers me a lot for this price, because when I've been getting emotes recently, they've been kind of like recycled. Like for instance, if we go here and we look at that taunt and this one are the same. So I'm not a fan of that. I thought all emotes would be something different. So that's a thing. But anyways, hopefully someone doesn't actually come up here and want to like duke it out with me since I've done that. Let's get to more about the abandonment of this game. So if you look at my social tab here, you guys can just take a look at, by the way, thank God they actually fixed that little thing on the bottom. I was having a problem actually adding people using a controller on PC, but they fixed that for us. So they have been going by and fixing the game and stuff. But is it just too late? Is it in this phase of like no one's just simply playing? There's other stuff out there, and yeah, I just went through my entire friends list there. And what kills me the most is, as you guys can see, I was supposed to be the charisma one of the group, and here I am, like no one wants to play, or there's other stuff to play. So, you know, that's what I call the abandonment of the game for a lot of players. You know, even those that, we still in our group are like, yeah, it's not horrible, it's not the greatest game, it's good at some points, and sometimes it's just kind of there, and it's like dull and boring, and it's just kind of tedious, And I don't know, I've said this in multiple times of different podcasts of how they should have made the game kind of like a Borderlands. Drop in, drop out, start smooth, not a full-on, like MMO. That's not an MMO type of deal. But then there's also there's also different factors for, let me find my camp. Another challenge I take care of. There's different factors there for just people wanting to stick around and playing. And I don't know, maybe they just, we've done everything with the Enclave, Brotherhood of Steel, and we launched the nuke, and that was exciting. We launched it a bajillion times, you can just find the codes on Reddit or anywhere, so you just type in Fallout 4 codes for this week, nuke codes. So maybe there's just that little bit of like gameplay that's lacking. Like, yeah, it's still fun to go around, make your camp, and just fire on these mole rats up here, I think. Or protect phones. Bad shot here. What I'm hoping though is that Bethesda actually does pay attention to the people who stick around and play this game throughout. I know those people are probably just getting rewarded with a bunch of atoms. Even if they're still continuously making content, and they'll have some exclusive stuff will be cool. But when this game is mostly fixed and added in new stuff that brings players back, what I want to know is, how are those people who kind of lost trust in Bethesda going to come back for a bit, guys? And If so, is it going to be the same? You know, how long is private servers really going to be a thing that brings people back, and are they going to, you know, fluff that up in a sense by making people go through Bethesda to get the private servers and not be able to host them on their own for a much cheaper price? I will say that, because I'd imagine when you host a server, it's not going to be the cheapest, going through them at least, you know, if you have your own server box and stuff. But I mean, here I am speaking on global, and if we look around the map, yeah, there's some like people around here or whatnot. I know they're supposed to bring in a PvP mode. You know, it tries to be the best of both worlds. It's like, yeah, there's PvP, but then it's only if it's wanted. So maybe adding in that PvP mode will make it better, and people, you know, I think the PvE mode definitely made people more want to work together, and the PvP mode will definitely bring out the murder hobos in everybody. So maybe that will be, you know, something that should have been there in the first place, that's getting fleshed out now. And it's bad because this game seems like, you know, when we played the beta, that was the alpha, and this is the beta right now. And, I mean, here I am, guys. You know, I don't play the game as much. This is my first time hopping back into it this week, given, yeah, it's a busy week with whatnot. And Christmas, Merry Christmas everybody on a side note. But you know, where are the players gone? Where's the groups gone? And so for me in particular, I don't know, you know, if I'll be doing more solo stuff. I look back at some of the stuff like the Ultra Sight video, which was a lot of fun, making our camps, showing them off, and you know, it's like where's all that? So I think for me in particular, the lack of enthusiasm to want to do anything, you know, really struck hard. And I mean, I've gotten to a pretty good level here. I didn't do any of the crazy, you know, grinds or whatnot. I just simply been playing the game and enjoying it. And roughly at what, level 80, I think it was. Where's it tell my level at? I think it's under stats. Yeah, level 80, you know. I feel like once you get past that level 50, it doesn't really matter, which is good for PvP, because you don't have to worry about someone being like level 300 and completely overpowered. You could take them as like level 55, or even a little bit lower than that, because it's all about your armor and stuff like that. But I don't know, guys. Maybe you guys have a different opinion on, you know, Fallout 76. Maybe you're one of those people who really loves it and, you know, hates all the media people. I think, you know, there are legitimate stories and cases that do need to be told about, you know, the nylon bags and, you know, favoring influencers and stuff like that. But it also kind of turns the people against the influencers also, which sucks a lot. I didn't get a nylon bag, I'll tell you that, guys. That one, you guys know me definitely speaking right now, at least. You know, hovering over 2K subs. Then I'm not going to be given a nylon bag, so don't worry about that. But I think a lot of the influencers, for the most part, have been pretty honest about the game. You know, as a Fallout fanboy, some would say, I definitely like this time period. I know some people are dipping out, trying to go to Outer Worlds or whatnot, but I like Obsidian. I'm not too much into space in terms of, you know, spaceships and whatnot. I like the space world and realm, so that could be cool. And it's just interesting to see what they do with that, if it will be, you know, the single player experience. But sadly, guys, this is gonna wrap it up here once I find this last person firing at me. I'm glad they fixed VATS also. I was having a problem with VATS. I hopped back on this game about like a week and a half ago. It was right after like my exams and stuff, and I was trying to fire an enemy using VATS, and because my preferred way playing on PC is with the controller. I just sit back, relax, sit in my chair, my couch, and, you know, shoot the guys and whatnot. But I was having like a head bobbing glitch or something crazy, but it seems to be fixed for now, and that's the good thing, you know. For every time they mess up, they do fix it, and they add some stuff that is like on the side. my opinions on the Atomic Shop are still, it's something that's going to get them revenue. So maybe that will really support this game long term and all of the goals they have when it comes to expansions, because they definitely need expansions. They need stuff that'll bring players back. Hopefully more in a group sense also. Because yeah, you have like little events that are bigger and whatnot. And solo players can do those too, which is also a good thing. But I don't know, guys. I know we talked about wanting the like roleplay server of like be your faction, be like the responders and like police and medics and all that. And that'd be pretty cool, but with private servers being so far away, I'm not even thinking about mods right now. I'm just thinking about private servers before that, because that keeping the mod stable with each version of the game is going to be hard enough. But private servers just seem so far away, and with everything, how long is it going to take for people to come back to this game? Or is it going to be a thing where it's going to go essentially under the radar for 4, 5, 6 months, and then we'll get private servers, and just that meantime nothing will really happen. Maybe we'll get like one expansion, or I know we're getting the PvP mode, but I don't know, guys. That's gonna do it here for my little conversation on Fallout 76. But yeah, guys, have a good Christmas. I don't have any Christmas emotes, I'm sorry, so here's a Thanksgiving emote. Go make some good food or something. Keep it safe, everyone, and peace out.